what are the zeros of this polynomial function? Well, if you've been watching all of the videos, on the front page of the packet I had a solve by factoring section, and that's the best way to work with this particular problem. So I am going to factor this. It's not the only method, but I am going to factor. So x to the fourth, by the way, means that we're going to have 4 solutions, and the number in front of the x to the fourth is 1 times 36. So 1 times 36, 2 times 18 gives us 36, 3 times 12 gives us 36, 4 times 9 gives us 36, and 6 times 6 gives us 36. And when we factor here, by the way, we are splitting the middle, but we need to combine to be 5. So we're going to be using the 4 and the 9. And in fact, it's going to be negative 4 plus 9. Negative 4 plus 9, or 9 minus 4, will give us 5. So we have x to the fourth minus 4x squared. Remember, when we split the middle, we've got to keep that variable the same, plus 9x squared minus 36. And then we can group. So the greatest common factor in our first group is the lowest exponent, which is x squared. We had 4, we took out 2, we still have 2. We had 2, we took out all the x's, but we still have 4. Over here in our next group, we can factor out the greatest common factor of 9. 9x squared divided by 9 is x squared. 36 divided by 9 is 4. It's minus 4 here, and what we see is we've got an x minus 4 and an x minus 4. Sorry, x squared minus 4, and then we've got x squared plus 9. Now, some of you may opt to solve the problem from here. We can factor one more time, so I am going to. We can factor that first parentheses because we've got 2 perfect squares and a minus sign. X squared is x times x. 4 is 2 times 2. Difference between 2 squares, different signs. And remember, we're looking for 4 solutions, and now we can get all 4 of them, because we can take x minus 2 and set it equal to 0, x plus 2 and set it equal to 0, as well as x squared plus 9 set equal to 0. So we can add 2 to both sides, and we get x equals 2. Subtract 2 from both sides, we get x equals negative 2. And subtract 9 from both sides, we get x squared equals negative 9. Well, to solve that, we need to take the square root of both sides. And when we take the square root, remember, it's the square root of negative 1 times the square root of 9. And the square root of negative 1 is I. The square root of 9 is 3. So I'm running out of space here, and I will probably need that space on my next one, but we end up with x equals 2, x equals negative 2, x equals 3i, and x equals negative 3i. I didn't do a good job. When we're taking the square root, we need to deal with plus or minus. So there are our 1, 2, 3, 4 roots.